The world as we know it holds endless possibilities. The key to achieving them now lies in the palm of your hand. The time to move forward is now. The time to live digitally begins today. Brunei Next Generation Network. Empowering a smart society. Brunei Darussalam, home to over 400,000 people, guided by the national philosophy of Malay Islamic monarchy, under the leadership of the government of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al-Bolkiah Muizzaddin Wata'Allah Ibni Al-Marhum Sultan Haji Omar Ali Saifuddin Sadul Hairi Wadin Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam. The country has enjoyed prosperity, peace and social harmony, contributed primarily by its oil and gas industry. Now, with the national vision of 2035 in motion, Brunei is readying itself to further its journey of diversification that will see its economy aligning with the rest of the world while holding steadfast to its cultures and principles. A crucial step rests on the creation of a state-of-the-art comprehensively integrated ICT infrastructure for seamless global connectivity, which will open infinite doors for growth, economic diversification and sustainable development. On the 27th of August 2013, His Majesty the Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam shared with the people in his royal address the importance of ICT to the nation's economic development. It was a call to action.
Pada tahun 2008 hingga 2010, menurut Network Readiness Index (NRI), kedudukan Brunei adalah pada tahap 63 daripada 133 ekonomi. Sementara pada tahun 2012-2013, kini kedudukan itu meningkat ke tahap 57. Ini adalah petanda baik menunjukkan yang sektor ICT semakin berkembang dan malah dijangka akan terus berkembang.
The usage of ICT relates to the requirement of high-speed broadband to transform interactions between government, business and society. So what is broadband? The internet has changed the world and how it works. From sharing and receiving information to staying connected to each other, broadband has revolutionized the way we communicate. It has changed the way we work, do business, and enhanced our quality of life. High-speed connectivity, reliability, security and affordability of the services are critical for users to enjoy the benefits that broadband brings, such as access to educational resources, watching HD programs from all around the world via IPTV, making long-distance phone or video calls to anyone on the planet, sending and receiving songs, videos and data transfers at breakneck speeds, using cloud storage to back up data, e-commerce, online banking and a myriad of services at your disposal. With the rapid growth of ICT, the demand for always-on, high-speed, high-capacity and reliable broadband is greater than we can imagine. This is what legacy technologies such as dial-up internet were unable to provide. The Brunei Next Generation Network, BNGN, is our vision to develop broadband infrastructure for the nation. It will spur economic growth, create jobs, enhance knowledge, and improve business opportunities in Brunei Darussalam. Using next-generation technologies such as fiber to the home, FTTH, we will be able to bring fast and reliable internet connectivity right into your home. These fiber optic cables can deliver data up to 100 times faster than traditional copper cables. On the mobile broadband front, 3G technology allows you speeds of up to 7.2 megabits, while 4G LTE is up to 10 times faster than 3G. These technologies put high-speed internet connectivity in the palm of your hand, accessible on the go and virtually anywhere. With the implementation of broadband technologies, Brunei Darussalam is on the right path to becoming a smart society, a concept where technology integrates into every facet of our lives. Building upon that, a smart society provides the platform for innovation, sustainable development, and economic growth. The Ministry of Communications will lead the challenge of setting up the BNGN for the transition into a smart society.
A smart society, as far as Ministry of Communications is concerned, is where all members of society are able to do their transactions, or ordinary business, or even interact effectively and efficiently. The enablers of the smart society, first of all, must be the infrastructures. In other words, we must create an infrastructure of broadband that can be easily accessible, that are reliable, and mostly affordable to many people. Subconsciously, this has already existed in the form of smartphones and others. Secondly, it is the content. That is to encourage the usage of online services as an avenue of choices of information for entertainment and for other users. Thirdly, and this is pivotal in this, is the human skills, that is human capacity building, which can promote the utilization of this technology, not necessarily in the technical field, but also in other fields such as entrepreneurship and creative content.
ICT and technology, we see it as a new literacy. For instance, in the society before us, you have got to be literate to do many things for civilization. And we believe, or rather it has been accepted, that ICT and technology, and for us another dimension to broadband, are the new sets of literacy. So we hope with this new literacy, the nation can now prosper, can expand economically.
The first step to develop BNGN was coming up with a viable plan. This is laid out in the National Broadband Policy.
The National Broadband Policy has three underlying themes. The first one is accessibility. You got to have access for broadband, and at all walks of life, at all different locations, and at all different levels of the society. Now, secondly, when we talk about accessibility, it always comes with affordability, and this is something that we are also currently looking at. The AATI, in collaboration with the telcos, inshallah, is in progress, but we also hope to come up with the right pricing model, which is generally relatively affordable. It's all about uptake and optimizing the utilization of the broadband itself. Well, the key enablers of the National Broadband Policy, first of all, is a multi-stakeholder approach. So, who are the multi-stakeholders that I mentioned? Well, they are basically the government, the private sector, don't forget the academia, and of course the public as the overall general users. Now they all come together to make this happen, and without this collaboration, it's not going to happen. We'll have a more solid ground to see where we have actually achieved and where we are actually heading again in the next 5 years to come and so on.
To meet the goals of Wawasan 2035, the Ministry of Communications launched the National Broadband Policy. Broadband is one of the keys to achieving this vision. The policy focuses on access to broadband connectivity, quality, affordability, and adoption. To ensure that no one is deprived of broadband access, bridging the digital divide is amongst the targets identified in the policy. Broadband is a catalyst. It can transform social and economic development in Brunei Darussalam. Right now, Phase 1 of FTTH deployment of 45,000 home passes is complete. Of those, 23,000 users are already connected to high-speed internet, mostly from high-population areas. Currently, Phase 2 deployment is in progress, targeting to reach out to 23,000 additional home passes. On the 4G LTE front, infrastructure is readily available in certain areas of the country, and subscription rates have been steadily increasing. The goal is to ensure that all Bruneian homes and businesses can access some form of high-speed broadband service by 2017. AITI is the telecommunications regulator and ICT industry developer of Brunei Darussalam. Their vision is to create a conducive ICT environment which promotes innovation and a pro-business ICT environment through their regulatory policies and providing industry development incentives. AITI takes a multifaceted approach towards broadband connectivity through a combination of managing service provider deployment of complementary wired and wireless broadband networks nationwide, competition management, retail price regulation, and quality of service measures.
When AITI was established on 1st January 2003, its primary roles were mainly regulatory function with respect to 1. Telecommunication system and services, 2. To manage the national radio spectrum. Over the years, ICT industry worldwide have all experienced rapid changes driven by new technologies. This evolving ICT landscape allows new business models which become an engine of growth and enrich the quality of life for the nation. Our dual role as a regulator as well as facilitator of the industry developer put us in a unique position. This will enable us to drive the industry development through a combination of policies and industry development incentives which support innovation.
I see broadband as one of the key enablers of OMASAN 2035. But broadband network itself is not enough. We need innovative services and more local content to encourage usage.
The National Broadband Policy sets out 4 KPIs, the first one being connectivity. AITI is refining our universal access mechanism to ensure nationwide broadband deployment. We monitor the progress to ensure deployment in both rural and urban areas. The second KPI is affordability. AITI regulatory practices aims to foster a competitive environment to develop a vibrant ICT industry. The third KPI is the quality of service. AITI has developed standards of quality of telecommunication services and performed regular independent audits. We encourage users to provide us feedback about their broadband experience that allow us to identify and resolve common problems. And the final KPI, the adoption. AITI wants to encourage the use of internet and digital information at home, at work, in school, and in public places. To simplify access to information and enhance user experience, we are looking into the development of a dedicated Brunei Next Generation Network web portal and experience center to further increase awareness. Playing the dual role of also being the industry promoter, AITI actively participates in international events such as the recent KL Converge to expose local ICT players to the international ICT community. AITI also actively conducts workshops and lectures to update and inspire local industry players and budding ICT entrepreneurs. They invite foreign experts on a variety of ICT-related subjects to share and transfer their knowledge locally. Playing an integral role in providing comprehensive internet facilities to the people of Brunei are the service providers. Telekom Brunei Berhad, Telbru, DST Group and Progressive Cellular Sendirian Berhad are the key players in ensuring that the nation has access to the best quality of broadband at all times. Telbru, the leading service provider for fixed-line services in the country. They initiated the deployment of fiber-to-the-home FTTH technology, which is currently ongoing throughout the nation.
Telbru is the major telecommunications operator in the country. We are at the heart of the country's development in telecommunications, although we do have a couple of mobile companies that supplement that. Our major project at the moment is high-speed broadband, of which the major element is fibre to the home. And this is a project that the country has put very high on its list, and something which we are very glad to be part of. The progress so far has been very good on FTTH. We've created the infrastructure for about 45,000 potential customers at this point. So 45,000 people are capable of being connected to the internet. Of course, the infrastructure is only part of it. We've got to actually physically connect the last bit, which is to the customer's premises. And we've so far connected about half of that, about 22,000, 23,000 customers so far.
DST has brought innovative technology to the nation's ICT arena for the last decade. Established in 1995, DST has been at the forefront of mobile broadband technology with the launch of their 4G network. Much of the expansion works now would be to improve coverage and also capacity, not only for their 4G but also 3G data networks. Progressive Cellular Sendirian Berhad, the newcomer to Brunei's telecommunications industry, provides dynamic products and services over a 3G network. PCSB aims to be a competitive and sustainable mobile service provider in Brunei, offering innovative products and services to its customers.
We see Progressive Cellular becoming an integral part of Brunei's telecommunications industry, offering its residents a compelling and viable alternative that simply did not exist in the past. Our long-term vision is to be the most innovative mobile service provider in Brunei, delivering customer experiences unique only to our brand. As we grow and strengthen our offerings over time, we see ourselves empowering our customers to be more efficient, more effective and more successful. I do plan for Progressive to journey towards LTE through another technology that in its latest revision promises gigabit line speeds and is accessible through cheap, widely available devices. Eventually, this technology will run in parallel to a progressive LTE network to provide our customers with the ultimate suite of broadband solutions.
BIG, Brunei International Gateway Sendirian Berhad, are a critical component for broadband connectivity because they connect Brunei to the world through their submarine cable networks. These are networks of thousands of kilometers of fiber optic lines that connect the World Wide Web.
My name is John Murray and I'm the CEO of BIG. BIG stands for Brunei International Gateway, and as the name suggests, it's a gateway or a door which connects Brunei to the rest of the world. In the world today, it's all about connections, connecting people and companies in different towns and cities across the continent. And with this little cable I'm holding in my hand, it does just that. BIG is responsible for looking after the fibre optic cables which run under the sea and connect Brunei to Singapore, to Hong Kong, Japan and many other countries. The main component of these cables is this tiny little piece of fibre. It carries a beam of light that delivers information up to terabyte speeds, and it's this infrastructure which keeps Brunei connected to the world. It's amazing how something so small has the capacity to transfer an unlimited amount of information in the blink of an eye and keep people connected via Facebook, Skype, WhatsApp and Google. These cables are part of a vast global undersea network that links Asia with Europe, Africa, America and Australia. This infrastructure is critical to the success of our ICT sector, and we work with Telbrew, DST and Progressive to deliver it. Our aim is to provide the people of Brunei with world-class connectivity and promote Brunei as the international hub for Borneo.
The National Broadband Policy sets out the government's overarching policy initiatives and goals for the development of the broadband sector for 2014 to 2017. This will also realize the Ministry of Communications' vision to create a smart society. Achieving these national goals requires a multi-stakeholder approach. Local service providers have important parts to play for infrastructure rollout, with AITI entrusted to create a market environment to accelerate development and uptake of the broadband services. Educational transformation through the Ministry of Education's e-Hijrah is a coordinated national effort to integrate ICT into the local education system. eHijrah is the Ministry of Education's effort to transform local education institutions and systems with the latest ICT technology. eHijrah is a complete revamp of the approach to education and involves the creation of new content and the training of teachers in a new era of pedagogy.
2014, Ministry of Education 100 years of formal education. At the turn of the century, with the inception of SPN 21, is a challenge for the Ministry of Education to transform the education landscape. In 2011, Ministry of Education came with the eHijrah strategic blueprint. Broadband infrastructure is very crucial for the educational landscape. With the development of high-definition content and also the amount of users using the content at any one time, the requirement for the high-speed network such as FTTH and 4G LTE is becoming very crucial. Currently, we are being pushed to the limit with the current broadband technology available and are looking forward to the implementation of FTTH and 4G LTE throughout the country.
Our school, we are incorporating e-learning and we are changing the pedagogy as well. So the teachers not only use technology in their learning, but also the way they teach is also different. Because when kids are given a lot of things without them giving us back, the kids become limited in their own world. But having them in this kind of environment, the kids become very confident, they are very creative. If we give them a lot of time doing this problem-based learning, the kids will grow to be individuals who are creative, critical, and in a nutshell, most schools are preparing the kids for exams, but we are preparing the kids for the future.
ICT is finding its way into every facet of education. Institutions like University Brunei Darussalam, UBD, and the Institute Technology Brunei, ITB, have high-speed internet connections which support their teaching and research. There are wide-open spaces throughout their campuses with high-speed Wi-Fi internet access that have replaced the traditional classroom. UBD also houses the Blue Gene supercomputer, which is a state-of-the-art system developed by IBM Research. It is used for weather forecasting and fields of research that require high-powered and intensive computing resources. There are many such systems globally whose cumulative powers can be accessed by researchers. For example, researchers in Argentina can access the Blue Gene computer network and utilize its power. A state-of-the-art broadband network is critical to running this network of supercomputers. Broadband also enables business transformation. One of these key areas is the cornerstone of the country's economy, Brunei Shell Petroleum. Hadi works as a well owner at Brunei Shell Petroleum. Every morning, he holds meetings with fellow well owners, engineers and technicians at petroleum centers, plants and oil rigs situated many miles from each other. This is made possible by broadband connections to communicate effectively and efficiently. Broadband has helped to achieve unprecedented levels of well efficiency.
This room we're in now is called the Production Optimization Collaboration Center. To optimize production, I have to deal not only with the people in the office, but with the people offshore as well. With this system here, I can just, on a click of a button, call the guy, he picks it up, and straight away I can know at that minute what just happened. For example, if a well tripped and I lost all my oil, I can go ask the guy straight away what's wrong. And if I need something to be checked, I need to get a pressure, I need to get a temperature, he can just tell me straight away. And if I need to share some documents with him, or vice versa, we can just log in together and just look at it at the same time. So we save a lot of time basically with the system, and it helps us with our everyday work.
One of the key components of any economy is the banking sector. Bank Islam Brunei Darussalam, BIBD, being the biggest banking conglomerate in Brunei, has been quick to recognize the importance of ICT to improve and keep up with global banking practices. One of the applications BIBD has launched is the eTunai app. A mobile internet payment service platform, eTunai enables you to make your everyday retail purchases by simply scanning a barcode from your merchant on your smartphone, selecting your mode of payment and punching in your confirmation.
As BIBD is one of the leading banks in Brunei, we try to be very progressive. ICT has played a major role. We try to cater the best services available to utilize the full transactional digital economy. We bring customers the current and relevant technology to specify their own needs to achieve the highest level of services.
iCenter has played a pivotal role in recognizing and cultivating a platform for startup ICT-related businesses. They provide a support ecosystem of training and infrastructure to encourage Bruneians to engage in the promising business possibilities of ICT.
Established in 2008 by the Brunei Economic Development Board, iCenter is an innovation center for the development of ICT and multimedia-based startups. Basically, we support and develop the ICT and multimedia industry in Brunei.
Throughout the experience in the publishing industry, there's a shift in how contents are being delivered and being accessed by the audience. So last time is physical, right now is digital. With comprehensive, ready infrastructure of ICT in Brunei, we can produce more innovative solutions and accessible by the market easier and better.
Our company actually produce 3D animation, motion graphics and video production. In terms of internet connection, it's getting better and improving, and it actually helps us as a company to do our work more efficiently, which are good. For example, animators, they can connect with other studios outside the country through internet. It will bring, increase their portfolio for themselves, and that will increase the country's improvement and involvement in the industry itself.
Broadband infrastructure truly has the capacity to propel budding talents to new heights.
I am the CEO of Halbis Company. What we do is we develop Islamic apps and educational apps, not only for Brunei but for the rest of the world.
High-speed broadband has improved a lot of companies in Brunei, especially when you're running an ICT company. And that's because it can have such a transformative influence to their company. As for me, I can work remotely, I can work safely and very quick. I can keep my data safe and I can host it remotely through cloud services such as Dropbox or Google Drive.
A key area to ensure the fluidity of a smart society is the government sector. To provide professional and quality ICT services to the population, e-Government National Centre was created. One of eGNC's core programs is the creation of eDarussalam, a one-stop centre for making locally relevant and useful content and services accessible online.
eDarussalam is Brunei Darussalam National Portal. It centralizes all government relevant information and government e-services. Among the e-services includes renewal of driving license with land transport, online business licensing with Ministry of Industry and Primary Resources, online application forms with Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trust. As for the all government relevant information, it includes the government policies, guidelines and procedures, and a host of other services. Our main objective to have eDarussalam portal is to have a portal that centralizes all e-government services and information for the citizen to access easily to the services and information conveniently and securely.
The nation enjoys one of the best standards of healthcare worldwide. Having the foundation laid out, efforts have been increased to now integrate all medical records into one comprehensive database via the BruHIMS system. BruHIMS is a national register containing patients' healthcare history, keeping it up to date to ensure that the current information is available to the attending physician. This ensures that no time is wasted and every patient receives the best healthcare. In emergency situations, doctors have instant access to information that can save lives. In the long run, once this database is complete, it will be a solid foundation for the Bruneian healthcare system.
BruHIMS comprises of major services provided in hospitals such as radiology,
pharmacy, lab services, and nurses and doctors access. The idea is to simplify patients' experience as all are being done electronically, from registration, patient consultations with doctors, and patient medication. To give you an example, the database helps in cases of emergency where a patient needs a blood transfusion. All the doctor has to do is to pull up the info from BUHIMS, so it saves times and possibly save a life in the process.
The list of organizations and companies presented here are a mere shadow of the paradigm shift ICT has induced in the Bruneian consciousness. It is completely transforming current practices and at the same time encouraging and promoting a new way of living our lives. ICT's importance is now recognized by the government as a critical element to the country's survival, akin to water and electricity. It is therefore imperative that a high-speed broadband nation is enabled and the population embraces this new technology with vigor and enthusiasm.
From the provision of services to the creation of content, to the full utilization of various aspects of FTTH and 4G LTE, it requires a great effort to roll out what will eventually be a smart society. We have no choice but to make it happen. Having broadband in place will facilitate our socio-economic growth to propel the nation forward.
Brunei has weathered many challenges throughout the years. With the grace of His Majesty the Sultan and Yang di-Pertuan of Brunei Darussalam's visionary leadership, the country must be ready to embrace the challenges of today's demanding world.
If I can quote a song by Louis Armstrong, I think that the lyric was, I hear babies cry, I watch them grow, they will learn much more than what I'll ever know. And it's a wonderful world.